It's 2026. Finally, 2025 is over. Oh my god. It feels like the past year was like 2, 3 years, but at the same time, it feels like a month. Like, it feels like yesterday was Halloween, the day before that was my birthday, and then before that, I started this channel. Don't know what's happening there, but at least we're in 2026 now. Year-end reviews are something I kind of want to do because I feel like I've had a lot of growth over the past year in art. I want to look at what I made over the year and be like, man, that sucks, and then other times be like, man, that doesn't suck. You know, this video might be a little redundant because I think I remember a lot of what I made. I don't know how good it'll be, but we'll see. 2026, I don't want to be cynical or pessimistic. I always try to be an optimist, but 2026, that sounds like a cursed year, doesn't it? It sounds like it's a year that's not supposed to happen. And that does worry me a little bit. I mean, we're a few days in now, and well, you know. Let's start with my first one shot. I'm so excited. And by excited, I mean extremely not excited. I'm not exactly sure how I do this. You know, it doesn't, what's the word here? Why am I stupid? I don't want to just go through every single page and be like, oh, this weird, or whatever. To start off, I've certainly, you know what, that's how I'm gonna frame this. I'm gonna frame this as to what I've learned since then. From my first one shot, I had it reading left to right. You might wonder, why left to right? And you made it, well, because I thought that was an option. I thought that was an option on Manga Plus creators, so whoops. Didn't make that mistake again though, so that's good. I also learned how to not have, look at this. This is like looking at, you know, a building, right? With all kinds of different windows in it. And it's just not, these are not panels. Like, look at, there's so much empty space. You know, I just realized this is where this is where I started doing or hatching, I guess, which is weird because it's like my favorite thing, you know? So it's like, who figured that one out? What am I saying? What am I saying? Let's try that again. I love crotch. I love crotch. Try again. I love cross hatching and hatching. And this is, I'm pretty sure, the very first time I ever really tried to do it. And, you know, it doesn't look great in terms of hatching because for whatever reason, I had such a thick brush. You know, it doesn't look awful. And, you know, it unlocked my love for hatching. So that's good. Finally, geez, crotch hatching, oh dear God. Don't think about that. Anyways, yeah, well, I mean, for one, I've learned how to draw a human. Can't say that about anything in this one shot. Like, the whole reason I made his head an octahedron is because I didn't know how to draw a human head. And, you know, aliens, you don't have to exactly abide by human anatomy. You know what? It's not like great, but I'll say it's cute. You know, it's like, it's one of those things. Let's say I get a lot better at this. It's gonna be like adorable, you know? I'm gonna be like, oh, it's so cute, you tried. All right, so after that, I made a mini manga. Because it's like not even, it's like what, 3 pages or something? I remember there's like the goblin. I thought that was like really funny. Oh dear God. Oh my God, who drew this? What? What are we doing? What are we doing here? What is this? This is so, oh my God, what is that? Oh, who are you? Oh God, that's not what a hand looks like. Ew, 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 ew. No, that's not. This is so bad. Okay, we are gonna erase that one from my memory, and your memory, just everyone's memory. We're deleting that one. Just purge that from your mind. Oh my God, I made that? Okay, well, I certainly learned how to draw since then, so that's good. Right, I made the clown thing. You know, it is like, it's nice to come back to, what is that? Do you see that, man? Dude, it looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like, you know those arcade machines, those games? Like you stack the squares, and this is, it looks like he's that, but when you get it off center, oh my God, the arm! The arm, that's not how the torso works, me, come on. I mean, I remember I chose clowns because clowns let me be more lenient with anatomy mistakes. That's just like completely incorrect. Did I do that on purpose? I'll give myself credit. At least I was kind of funny. Oh my god, same Goopy. My allergies are also so bad lately. I'm so sniffy and gross. Goopy, what happened to you? Why do you look like that? Oh no, Goopy. That's not the same clown. See, like, this is what I mean, you know? Making them all, like, silly clowns lets me do whatever I want. Like, I don't need to do real shape. But here's the thing, it just needs to be consistent, because that's not Goopy. That's not the Goopy I know. Yeah, so a mistake I've made a lot, until very recently, in fact, is long faces. Like, long faces aren't a bad thing, it's just like disproportionately long faces, you know? His head here should be wider, but it's just not. So his skull is very narrow. Okay, well, this isn't bad. Just straight on face, that's fine. Whomst is this? I know face consistency was never my thing until like more recent. I've also learned how to pace things a little better. This is supposed to be like, you know, a joke, but he enters the elevator, presses the button repeatedly, and then gets to the next floor. I guess not floor, like, I guess hallway, the neighboring hallway, I don't know. All in the same page. That is very poorly paced. It's obvious that I would have like better art, better writing now than I would a year ago. It just feels weird because it doesn't feel like it's been that long ago. Another sneak peek into my future, and by sneak peek I mean foreshadowing, I think? I don't know. This like randomly detailed panels going from this little guy over here to this guy right here and 2 panels. I don't know, I find that, or at least found that funny. I mean, I'm not laughing now. My only 2-page spread, honestly, really fun. This is nice. It's like, it's a good angle. It's absurd. It has plenty of stuff happening. I need to do another 2-page spread sometime. Okay, see, like here the anatomy is a bit better. Like, you got tug on the shirt. She's got extra joints on her shoulders. Other than that, things are getting more complex by the end. So I will say I definitely was learning when I made this. I mean, that's happened every time, every one-shot so far, where the end has better art than the beginning because I just like figured more stuff out. There's some real progress in here. Good job, me. Good job, me. You did it. What video did I do after that? Did I design my OCs? So, facial structure. Abysmal as always. The anatomy, not really like anything noticeably wrong because he's wearing clothes. I will say though, if you're one of the 10 people who watched this video, this story does still exist. The characters do not look anything like this anymore, at least in my imagination. So technically they're the same characters, but it's like, it's not in any way that would make sense to you as someone who did not write the story or is writing the story, because I'm not done. Here is like not bad anatomy. I think the angle sucks, like over here. Above the hips, I would say, is all fine. That's a kind of unnatural pose, but it's not necessarily wrong, except for the fact that her wrist is like as thin as a pencil. Other than that though, it's pretty nice. The JoJo's video, right. I forgot I made that. This is my first time trying digital painting, I believe. And honestly, it works. I mean, I got all the important colors, got the blue and yellow and red. I mean, I feel like if I were to repaint this today, I would use like greens and stuff. It looks kind of green in the shadow. Other than that, it works. Once again, we got an extra joint in the arm. This hand is actually surprisingly good. The legs seem pretty oh dear. I take that one back. This leg is, this part's a little really long. Other than that, Howler's arms are not terrible. They're not great. The neck is bad. That's not how that worked. That all needs to just come back into his torso. Will I say that it's funny? My writing is not funny. So to me, this is like almost funny, you know? It was funnier in the moment, I think. Good job, mate. Like, there's clearly so much progress in terms of like anatomy and posing. Look at that one guy from before, from the goblin thing. Those two are only 4 months apart. So I would say I'm making good progress. After that is the backgrounds. Do I like it? Kind of. The pose is mostly obscured, so it's not like, oh wow, that looks really good. It's like I can't tell if it looks good. Although the shoulders seem kind of far away from her neck, all things considered. The buildings and stuff, not how I originally wanted to do it. I wanted to do a lot of buildings, and then I was like, no, that's a lot of work, so I didn't. But it's just like not even angled correctly, because it's just, if you're gonna have like a city thing, it should be on a grid, so it's like an actual city and not just some buildings randomly placed, because like there's no parallel between these two buildings, and as well as this building that we are in. I do like this idea for the boats with the leg. I wonder if I could use that anywhere. Like, look at that, that's so cute. Oh, right, this one. I used to hate this one, but honestly, it's grown on me. You know what I should have done? This river, really bad. It's just like wrong. At least to me. I feel like I should have taken it, moved it down, so that way it's even with the ground down here, and also so that the knight's head can kind of be like over the water instead of over the rocks or against the sky. That's what I would do if I remade this. We're gonna skip the gouache paints because no one liked that video apparently. I put my heart and soul into that one. That's why it had Sekiro gameplay in the background. Oh, head and face, so much better. Mwah, very nice. I mean, his face is a little off, but it's fine. He was beaten up anyways. Like his nose is crooked. He's a mess. So I think it's okay. I mean, the anatomy isn't great, but I was trying to go for like superhero stylized stuff. So I think it not being my usual way of doing stuff kind of threw a wrench into things. That's cute. I mean, the legs are disproportionate, but it's cute. Ooh, nice pose you got there, me. Look at that anatomy going right there. The chest into the arm and down, and okay. I see you. Well, that's less good, is what that is. I clearly understood things in a 3D space because, you know, you can clearly see like, oh, the top of his head and then the front, the side. I really like this panel. His neck is it's not supposed to be that long, but because he's getting punched, you know, it's like stretched out. It works. I like it. Like, his face isn't a normal thing, but it's stylized and it doesn't look terrible, so it works. The poses are so stiff. The anatomy isn't bad. I think I've gotten rid of my 3 joint arm problem, so that's good. The forearms are still a little long, but I'll figure that out. And that's a hand, kind of. Okay. Cut that out. We don't want to look at that for too long. What I like most is this teeth guitar. Like, come on, think about it. Vampire with a teeth guitar. It's genius. I'm a freaking genius. I should write something, you know? Creative writing. I should pursue that or something. Okay, next is using old story ideas. Okay, it's ambitious. That's for sure. Is it good? No, I don't think so. I don't like this. This is really bad. There's so much clutter. You can't even this needs to be like in front, right? This is the big thing. Like you can't even tell it's a robot. It feels like it's just another building. There's no movement to it or anything. Oh no, I skipped the monster designs. We're gonna finish the unused story ones. Okay, well, I clearly did not have good bubble management. What is this? We got a whole freaking page in this one bubble. Oh my god, shut up. The head's a little big, I think, but it's shaped kind of neatly. It's a little long again, but it's not too noticeable. I didn't completely understand head shape yet, but that's okay. I mean, this expression is cute. I like her design. It's fun. I like a giant hat. Plus the robes are like designed just enough. You know, it's not like over designed, but it doesn't feel under designed either. Okay, I like this. I like the heavy shading. You know, it lets me not have to worry about a lot of mistakes. Like, anatomy seems on point enough. Like, there's some issues with it. I don't think that's a really big deal. The pose is not bad. I mean, I turned the torso a little bit. Dude, I just wish I got the explosion. Like, it was hard to figure out. That's why it's not there. But if I actually got the explosion in, it would have been kiss, a chef's kiss, not normal kiss. I don't want to make out with a picture I drew, but you know, it's like if the explosion was here, it would work a lot better. I do like the colors I picked. Now we're gonna do monster designs. You know what? I hate all of this, right? But I like how I rendered this. I like the shine, and I like how it does give it shape. And the shape is what makes it kind of uncomfortable to look at. I like how I let myself simplify things, because I want to do like a WikiHow style. When it's kind of like disturbing and stuff, I don't actually have to design, you know, gore or anything, but it's still like unnerving to look at. Like it stands out in a way that is a little uncomfortable. I remember I did care a lot about anatomical accuracy here. The arms are not right. The elbow should be like down here, I think, and less definition in the shoulder. And then over here, the arm's like really thin, and then suddenly it gets thick at the forearm. I wish there was just a better sense of scale too. Like these human skeletons, I thought it should tell us how big it is, but it really doesn't. If I were to remake it, oh, you know what I would do? I think it's because it's the side angle, actually. I would have it, the camera tilted up. That way it looks taller and more grand, right? Little cinematography trick there for you. Not all of them can be winners, I guess. This pose is kind of boring. I do like the colors I chose, though. They're kind of neat. Using gray and purple for the trees is kind of nice, I guess. Now we're gonna do the digital painting. I did more than a few things, so we're just gonna speed through it. I had fruit, but the fruit isn't here. So the fruit was amazing. It was actually the best one because I don't remember what it looks like. Here's the mug. You know, I got a nice sense of shape from the shading. You know, the plate does feel like it comes in. There's a small, what's the word here? Like divot, but small indent, I guess. That doesn't feel right, but whatever. So that kind of works. The handle, I remember that was hell to make. That's the problem now. I feel like we're getting too close to the stuff that I've made recently, so it's kind of like, yeah, that looks the same as it did yesterday. This one sucks. At least the candle wax melting looks kind of not terrible. That's not what a spoon looks like. The fire's okay, I guess, you know, whatever. This exciting towel, awesome. I need to make this darker, and I need to, ooh, I like this though. I like the yellow and green hills in the back, that works. Other than that though, kind of not good, but I wanted to try overcast, so. I remember this. This was such a disappointing realization that I just needed everything to be darker on the inside. That way the outside could be light. I didn't do that. You know, this is a kind of nice ham. I don't know if it's ham, but it's meat, and ham is one of the meat. The shape of the chair is mostly consistent, but it's not consistent with the table. Like, the table is crooked for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for this one. This one, however, not bad. Honestly, I got nice contrast from the background. I got everything to work. I mean, I forgot to put in the label and stuff, but other than that, you know what? This one's still kind of nice. I like it. Oh, right. Opa fish. It's so cute. It's not necessarily good because there's not like shading, or at least not noticeable shading. It's very, very flat, but it is an Opa fish. So 10 out of 10. Okay, let's reread my one-shot from 2 months ago. Oh, I'm kind of nervous because this one's like super recent, so if it sucks, oh my god, no way. I reread it so many times. And I was so careful about my spelling because I suck at it, right? And that's on the internet. That's just there forever. I can't just like take it down on the site and repost it. Did I mean to leave that there? I use I don't know as a placeholder. Oh my god, so 2 mistakes back to back. That sucks, dude. Look at that hatching, baby. That's so good. I deserve a treat for that one. Cut that out. Bro's looking like the troll face. He raised his eyebrow and he's a skull. Oh my god, did my art really progress that much in just like, what, 2 months? Because like, I would not be making some of these mistakes today. Weird, like, look at that. I've practically perfected this angle in my modern day. I don't know, man, I'm tired. This is a last minute video, but you know. Yeah, like look at that. That's immediately the better version of the angle from before. I guess I'm not doing terrible. Oh my god, dude. Just looking at all this hatching, my hand gets like cramped because his ribs are a V or a triangle instead of an oval. After this rib, it should start going back in, but it just doesn't. So, whoops. Some of these hands, like these are hands, I don't think I traced them or even had reference. I think I did it all myself. I mean, I had reference for the bones themselves, but it's not like I had reference for the angles. That's not easy. Good job, me. Nice. I forgot to pay attention to the story. It still feels a little too fast-paced. The art's pretty good. Chainsaw Man. I love Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man. Look at this line art. Look at this line art. Imagine if I finished this. Imagine if I continued this piece. Like, imagine if I did more than this. It would have been so good. It would have been like truly one of the greatest things ever created. Probably next to like something like that one painting of the screaming person. I need to like select Denji's head here and just like smush it back because it's just too long. The only glaring issue I see is that Kobeni's head needs to shrink a little. Other than that, not all of the folds here are like sensible, but some of them I clearly understood what was supposed to be happening. I need to actually study clothing folds and stuff. That's cute. I mean, I made it in a day. That was pretty good for one day's work, especially when I was still working on the other one-shot, my last one-shot. I don't know why. He looks like proportionally a child. And maybe his head needs to shrink. Although I already shrank his head like a million times. I don't know what the issue is here. The Future Devil was pretty good. Remember? I like this hand. I mentioned it multiple times now. Right now, I feel like this is literally stuff I made freaking weeks ago at this point. It's not like crazy. But I mean, like looking at my art, this isn't my current art technically, but my current enough art, I can definitely see how it's the same person who made the stuff from the start. It just feels humbling. I don't want to say humbling, but like, and I know I made a lot of progress in this one shot, so it's like I'm kind of excited to see things change, but it just feels so recent where I can't be like, I'm so good. It's like, no, I probably would be drawing the exact same stuff here. I guess maybe not, because later in the one shot it's a bit better. Like that same angle is probably 10 times better in 20 pages. Oh my god, it's so bland. There's nothing here. There's not even shading around the windowsill. Oh my god, amateur. This is amateur hour here. This is really 2025 me, isn't it? 2025 me would draw like that. Okay, this scene directed horribly, and I'm so sorry. I was hoping to be able to get off being able to draw only one panel in a whole page, but turns out that makes the page not good. Dude, this is kind of like a freaking director's commentary or something, or dev commentary, whatever medium you want. Author commentary. That's right. Look at this kid. 2025. More like, when will your skill arrive? It's so late. I think around here is when I started to really lock in with backgrounds and adding more lines. That's something I apparently really like to do. I mean, my like posing and spatial awareness is getting better, and my anatomy is a lot more consistent, even if it's not great. The poses or whatever. I really like Mila's design here. I like her sweater, I like her face, I like her hair. I like her more than Lorna, to be honest. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. The meatballs are way too salty. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. We got the lines on the windowsill. Some real advanced tech. Year-end review. I feel like I learned a lot over the year about art. At the same time, apparently, I didn't actually progress as much as I felt like I did, because it feels like I still make a lot of the same mistakes. It's just like more advanced versions of the same mistakes, if that makes sense. It's good though. Even if this video kind of feels like it's gonna suck, but like, I'm kind of glad I did that. It feels like, hey, I did make progress this year, and that's really cool. Hope you enjoyed the video of me cringing at myself. Subscribe, comment, whatever you want. See you next time. Bye.